the Hollywood Jew of hair loss. That's what you all agree in the comment section. I embrace it. I am here to serve you, my audience. Let's check out what we've got going on today in the comments. Oh man, great friend, Maxwell Smart. You know, he's a professional barber. And I made a video called Vote, Do I Actually Care About My Own Hair Loss? To which Max had the correct answer word for word. Maxwell Smart said, no, you don't. P.S. Glad you're back. I don't think you care about hair loss, but I do think you care about how you look. I remember videos where you would discuss your clothes and how you didn't want to appear like a soccer dad. Appearances make a difference personally and interpersonally, and it's necessary to find a comfort zone of acceptance both personally and socially. Everyone needs to find what works for them. End quote. Yeah, I mean, I agree on that word for word. I think that's a true, accurate perception of me. A lot of people get caught up in the Hollywood Jew of hair loss thing that I do. They think, oh, this guy makes so many videos about hair loss, he cares about his hair. No, I definitely don't. I shaved it all off. Is that not enough to prove to you I don't care about my hair? But, you know, I'm here to cater to an audience who is obsessed with that. My audience, maybe this is going to change now that I shaved my hair off, but my audience up until this point has been younger guys who have virtually no hair loss but fear that one day they might. So to me, that's worse than actual hair loss, worrying about something that may not ever happen, and then you look back and, okay, now you're 35 years old, you still have all your hair, and you wasted your 20s and teen years worrying about something that didn't happen. As for me, I'm not worried about it. I mean, again, is this not enough to prove to anybody? I don't care about my hair. It's not a part of my identity. But do I care about my appearance? And is that what Max had said? I think word for word. I want to quote him here because he's right. He says, I do think you care about how you look. Absolutely, I do. You know, for me, though, it's not about, and this would be the message I'd want to share with anybody, it's not about caring about how you look as far as any level of anxiety or fear of comparing yourself to others. I wish I looked like him. I wish I was a better looking guy. That's already a broken way of thinking. It's a matter of, here's what you got, work with it, and do the best version of that. And ultimately know that people are not attracted to men by their looks. They're more distracted by that man's level of confidence, his ability to make other people feel good about themselves, his ability to embrace his weaknesses and his strengths. You know, those, to make people laugh, those are the things that men are actually judged on. As far as appearance go, just you do the best with what you have. And with that being said, it definitely is very important to me as far as how I dress and how I present myself. You know, I mean, I had to do a lot of research to figure out how to do a beard right, and even then I'm not sure that I got it right. I probably need to thin this out, and Max the barber will be able to tell me that, but I think probably what I need to do, and it's an experiment, it's fine, it's not, doesn't matter if it's not perfect, but I'm sure that I probably need to thin this out more. This is a number 2. I probably need to do more, maybe like a number 1, and maybe just let this be the beard. That's okay. I mean, I'll figure it out as I go. But see, that's confidence. It's not like, oh, I hope I did this right. It's, okay, well, I got close enough, and I'll be receptive to constructive criticism, and I'll get it figured out. But as far as me caring about how I look, clothes do matter, but not like, oh, you know, I almost did an impression of a guy who cares too much about clothes, and it would be politically incorrect, and I stopped myself. So let me just say, you know, I go to Marshall's. Our family goes to Marshall's, get most of our clothes there. I get name brand stuff really cheap, you know, or I go to Old Navy. But it's just a matter of knowing, okay, I am a year and a half away from turning 40, but I don't have to look, you know, like a soccer dad. Yeah, the soccer dad thing, it matters. Like here's would be a tragedy if this is how I looked. Let's say I wore khaki pants. Like I own khaki pants, but they're very specific. They're dark. They're more of a chino style, but this like a concept of like these really light pleated khakis, and then wearing like New Balance running shoes with those khakis with white socks, and then like it doesn't even matter about the shirt, but the shirt would be tucked in to the, no, not at all. I mean, it's like, so yeah, I do care but not in an anxious way. It's more like meta. It's like I'm woke. I'm aware that, okay, the whole thing about how you look as a man is basically to fly under the radar. You don't want to be noticed for how you dressed. You don't want to be the guy who has no clue, but you also don't want to be the guy who cares too much. That's part of, I feel, the masculine identity, is to be aware, work with what you got, but don't talk about it. Now, granted, yes, I'm talking about it because that's the conversation privately we're having. This isn't real life. This is a virtual mentorship. But yeah, do I care about how I look? Working with what I got, yes. But I know that to be good looking is ultimately quite relative. And even with the shaved head and the beard thing, it's like, that is absolutely a handsome and masculine look. Could I look better with hair and shaving? Maybe some people would say that. But I care less about that and more about the overall idea. If somebody sees me, there's going to be an immediate idea on that. Not necessarily just hair, but you could have great hair, but have a horrible, or just like sloppy looking the way you dress, you know. But here, it's again, it always comes back to personality though, and skill set and confidence. Because here's the thing. Oh, look at that guy. He's got a great head of hair. Oh, he dresses great. And then the moment they talk to him, if you're not an interesting person and have something interesting to say, if you can't make a person laugh, if you can't be relevant, who cares? These are things that actually matter. So those are the things I actually care about. So it's not like, so we might be able to argue that for a 38-and-a-half-year-old man, maybe I'm more aware of my physical appearance. Now, and maybe I would even say, well, you know, in theory, a quarter of my heritage goes back to Italy. And if you've ever been around an Italian man, whether he was an Italian American or actually in Italy, something I feel is a trait of men, heritage of that culture ultimately, is that they're very aware of how they look and they want to look very presentable. But that's different than, oh, I got to look good all the time. No, there's a masculine way to look about it, to look into it, and that's how I feel that I have. So there you go. Do I care about hair? I don't. If I haven't proven it to you now at this point, then I'm never going to be able to prove to you. But I don't need to prove it to you. You know, that's the whole concept. Is this channel is about you. It's not about me. The way I look, the things I talk about, the frequency of videos that I create, that's a reflection of you. How you interpret that ultimately is these videos bring out how you actually feel about yourself, more so than anything that I'm saying. I've made a successful side hustle off of catering to an audience that it really does care about a topic that I don't. And granted, with that being said, I will admit that the fourth wall has been broken in the concept of it's that much more of a motivation to shave my head and grow a beard, knowing that I've got people who are already kind of in that field and would watch a video like that. So maybe if it weren't for my YouTube channel, maybe I wouldn't have done this. But either way, it's fine. And do I care about how I look? Well, we all do, but I think we have to look at the spectrum. You care too much, it's not masculine. You don't care at all, it's sloppy and unattractive. But somewhere in the middle, you're aware of how you look, you do the best with what you got, and the fact that you put forth the effort without obsessing over it, that translates as confidence. And as we all know, that's one of the most important parts of the male identity. I will close by reminding you another one of my new themes of fall of 2019, and I'm going to be talking about this regularly. A common stereotype and mistake of a lot of my viewers, teenage years and 20s, in your 20s, you're not even balding, but you're worried that you will. Your fundamental problem is that you think that females are attracted to you in the same way that you're attracted to them, which means their physical looks first. That's not what makes men attracted to women. I'm submitting to you that you're thinking like a gay man. How can I be attractive to a man? Because men look at outward appearance. Be attractive to a woman. Figure out what makes them attractive, which are the things that I'm talking about all the time. A guy who is well kept. He's aware of his appearance without obsessing over it. He's smiling. He's making people laugh. He's engaging with people. He's confident. He knows what he's good at. He knows what he's bad at. Those are the things that attract women. That's how you think like a woman instead of thinking like a man. To attract women, think like women. To attract men, think like men. But most of you are here to attract women, and that's why I remind you of the truth. And speaking of the truth, being that I am the Hollywood Jew of hair loss now, this is the Remington Shortcut Pro, which is what I used to shave my head. In case you haven't seen that video yet, I'm putting a link in all of the descriptions in case you want to check that out and buy one. I love it. There's nothing else like it. Trust me, I've looked around. So if you want to be like me, do it. If not, don't. You be the most confident version of you, because that makes you attractive. Comments right here.